Welcome back to the channel. Drea, why you walk away from the camera? You know you want to be. You know you want to say hi to everybody. Come here. Okay. Hopefully that wasn't too chaotic. It was probably pretty chaotic. Nope. That's all you need. Okay. Hey, be careful. Dragging my things right off the table with his bone. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, buddy. Be careful. Stop. He's bumping into it. Stop. No. Nope. It's time to calm down already. Let me just, sorry, fix this. All right, sit. That's not sitting. That's grumbling. Sit. He's such a knucklehead. Sit. Sit. He's like, I'm thinking about it. I don't know if that's really what I want to do. There. And there he goes. Good boy. now that that's over. Try it. Oh, thank you. Commence is still licking. No, thank you. Not while I'm on the camera. I don't want him to do it ever, but especially not now. First thing we're going to discuss is the failure that was the top I was trying to make. I didn't have a pattern. I wasn't following the pattern. I was just doing it. It was beautiful. It was turning out really nice. And then we got a factory knot. I was trying to make sure that the factory knot stayed in the back of the panel. And it came apart. And it made it horrible. It was acting crazy. And then I decided to just cut it off. We have no more. And I'm probably gonna I think I'm gonna go up a few needle sizes to make the next one that I cast on. I really like it though. This was pretty. But yeah, the factory knot said, no, I don't think you're gonna do this. Hopefully we don't find any more factory knots, because honestly, at this point, I'm not playing with factory knots. We're just gonna chuck it in the garbage. I'm over it. Factory knots. That's nonsense. You can't do nothing with this yarn with a factory knot, because the knots will never stay. That might have stayed for a little while, but who knows if the first time I washed it, it was going to come apart and then I'd have a big hole in my shirt. That'd be rude. So, I'm not playing with factory knots. I got my mother-in-law, that's why I'm making this more, my mother-in-law's sock all the way to the toes. And since we're not with her right now, she's up home, I want to wait until we get back there to try it on her before I do the toes, because I want to make sure they're actually going to fit her. I don't want to be like, surprise, they're too short or too long. They fit her in every other way, so I want them to fit her that way too. And this only took not very much of this skating yarn. This thing is wound up, and by wound up I mean unwound, kind of, actually. There we go. Let me just fix that. There. And this was yarn I got from Hobby, so I have no idea what the color name is, but it was Mars socks. So they had 4 colors, I guess, in the way of planets, like having something to do with planets. It's pretty. I like it. And then I cast on her second sock. That way, by the time we get home, I should have 2 socks at the toes. I can finish the toes while we're home, and she can have her socks. She's been hinting at socks for a while, but never. I'm terrible at taking hints. So if you want me to do something for you, or you want me to know something, you need to spell it out. I'm terrible at hints. Don't give me a hint. I'm like, oh yeah, I agree. And meanwhile, you're trying to ask me for something. I'm terrible at hints. What doing? Thinking about going to bed. I don't blame you, buddy. Me too. Hey, don't put my hand in your mouth. That's rude. Reached out to pet him and he tried to grab my hand. Alright, sit down. You don't gotta get crazy again. I talked to him. That was the wrong thing to do. Very nice. You're a beautiful boy. You really are. Okay. You don't need to do all of that. He doesn't think that I have any say in what he does. Sometimes he just decides he's going to put his bone all over me. That probably didn't sound right. His chew bone that he chews on. That is the only thing I have been able to accomplish since the last video. Because I think, well, yeah, right here. I was right here. I did all of that, and then I did this. And I feel like, oh, and I was attempting to work on this, but then it was a failure, so that was wasted time. Go figure. I didn't get any further on his sock. I did pull out to work on a little bit. There it is. Hold on one second. This thing that I forgot about. I forgot this thing was even on the needle. And I was thinking about starting it over because I thought that I messed it up here, but I think it's just rolling that way, but I don't think it is messed up. I know there are a couple errors in it already, but as long as it doesn't change the way the edging looks or make a big obvious hole, I'm not going to worry about it. I thought this was, messed up. I was like, well, maybe I'm not very far in, maybe I'll just rip it out and start again. But it's just folded over from doing whatever it wants to do. But I think I want to get back into this too. Also, I'm going to make a dedicated, not a dedicated, but I'm going to spend some time discussing these needles, these needles here. I need to make sure I know what they're called and everything before I discuss them, so that if you are curious about that brand, you'll know how I feel about it. I've been working with them for a little while now. It's the first set of interchangeable cables that I purchased. In fact, the only one right now. I haven't purchased any others yet. I probably will eventually, but I'm kind of cheap. I don't like to spend money unless it's on, like, if it's on yarn, I have no problem spending money. When it's on needles and stuff, I'm like, I, I can hold off on that. I don't really need it. And then I bought those, I don't think I have them right here. They're in a bag somewhere. So size zeros. Those I'm going to try with my next pair of socks for myself. What I'm worried about is I know what works number wise, so now I'm gonna have to adjust that. It's fine, I can, but change is a little bit terrifying sometimes. Right, so I'm hoping to get a little bit done on this. I'm hoping to also, I wanted to work on finishing, fixing my ranunculus. I left it behind. I can't work on it this week. So I want to work on this, and I want to work a little bit more on my vertebrae shawl, because I had to recast that on the last time I showed it, and I didn't get very far in. I want to get a little bit further on that. I also have lace socks that I got to work on the second sock. Those I'm giving to my youngest daughter, because they were supposed to fit me, and I've been terrible. Well, see, they start at the knees, not the knees, the calves, just above the calves, because you got to do calf shaping. Excuse me. So I didn't know if it would work for my size or not. It didn't. I could have done a few more drastic decreases coming off of the calf, but I chose to follow the pattern, and it was a little too big for my ankle. I got big calves but tiny ankles. So they didn't fit me, and I'm not sure they'll fit her ankle any better, but she has a bigger size foot, so I think that overall it'll fit her a little bit better, and she really loves long socks. So, and I very rarely wear anything that I could possibly wear long socks with, so it's really just gonna work out better that way anyway. Jai. Goofy. You don't gotta lick every time I get on the camera. He's so funny. With that, I will let you all go. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I will see you in the next one.